Well, hello and good morning, and welcome to this week's edition of Coffee Chat with me. I am Catherine Oster, and I have the most delicious cup of coffee right now. If you want to know a really great coffee maker, like if you are a coffee snob and you love great tasting coffee, hey, good morning, Mom. Good morning, you guys. If you love great tasting coffee, I highly recommend the Ninja coffee maker. We got it from Canadian Tire a few years ago, and it still makes great coffee. Good morning, Bobby. And you can do like a cup, and it just uses coffee grinds, so it doesn't use K-cups or anything. You can make yourself a cup of coffee, you can make a travel mug size, you can make a half pot, a full pot. The options are endless. Good morning, Carmen. Hello, everybody. So, great coffee, very important. Okay. All of my viewers left. I wonder, my connection must still be good because Facebook hasn't told me otherwise, and usually does. Anyway, what I wanted to chat with you guys about this week is just a reminder. So things are opening up with regards to all of the mandates, the vaccine passports, and the masking. Changes are happening, and that's really great. And I wanted to remind you again, as I have in the past, to trust and to know for yourself what works for you. Choose what works for you. And remember that other people also have that same choice to choose what works for them. And there's going to be other people that might make you wrong for choosing what works for you. Whether it's to wear a mask or to not wear a mask, whether it is to be vaccinated or to not be vaccinated, whether it is to go out in public, eat at a restaurant, go to the movie theater or not. Remember, people are going to choose or to make you wrong or possibly judge you for whatever choice that you're making. And I just wanted to remind you that other people judging you has nothing to do with you. Nothing at all to do with you. And people might call you selfish and careless. And just know that that doesn't mean you are those things. You know, I used to believe that for myself. Like when people would say things about me, that I was selfish or careless, I believed them, and I would go into this place where I would try to prove that I wasn't that, this proving energy. And I would look at all the places where, well, they must be right. I mean, what do they see about me that I don't see about myself? They must be right. And it's like, no. Don't even go there. Just stop it. The moment you go down that train track that other people are right and you are wrong, stop it. What if there is no such thing as right and wrong? I want to remind you that everybody is different. You're different than your neighbor. You're different than other people that are in the grocery store with you or wherever you are. And that's okay. And it is that difference within each one of us that creates greater. So do not force yourself to be the same as everybody else. Remember, you're different, and that's okay. That's not wrong. And I also want to remind you to get your bars read. If you've never heard of Access Bars, it is this extremely relaxing, blissful, can be sometimes uncomfortable, hands-on, energetic body process that just allows you to release. So like, I used to carry around so many judgments that I was aware of, that other people had, that I had. And energetically, it gets heavy. And it's difficult. It gets difficult to sort your way, to even find yourself, what's true for you through all of those judgments. Getting your bars ran can help you to let them go and know that you have another choice and start to get in touch with you and what makes you happy and what works for you. So, when people, that actually gave me the strength, that allowed me to have the space and the strength to start to honor myself. What works for me? And acknowledge that what works for me does not work for other people. And that's cool. And people would, still try to control me with their judgments. Oh, it would just make me feel so much better if you would choose this. And it's like, yeah, I ain't choosing that. That doesn't work for me. But thank you so much for caring. So you can respond to them not from the energy of fighting, resistance, agreeing that what they're saying about you or other people is true. It's like, thank you so much for caring. That is the most classic, easy conversation ender when somebody is trying to control you from their judgments. Thank you so much for caring. Practice saying it. It took me a long time to be able to say that without a charge and being sarcastic. Because it's not about that. They actually do believe they are caring about you. And again, because everybody has a different point of view, different reality of what caring is. For me, caring is honoring myself and including other people. But not excluding myself at the cost or the expense of other people. Good morning, Robert. Good morning, Phyllis. I'm wondering if my internet connection is questionable because I see you guys dropping, but so far it tells me we're still live, so we're going for it. So caring for those people, that is what caring is, what they're judging you for not choosing or what, so that's why you just acknowledge, thank you so much for caring. And then you're acknowledging them. Another thing is to remember that something else I learned over the years is people often accuse you of what they themselves are doing or what they themselves believe to be true about them. I just got to have another sip of this delicious coffee. So people are saying that you're selfish for what you're choosing. It doesn't mean anything about you. It possibly means that they, at the bottom of their core, believe that they are selfish. And they are trying desperately to prove that they are not. And that's okay. I mean, we're all on different adventures. But that's what got me to the space of allowance. And allowance is this energy, this space of interesting point of view where you're not going into alignment and agreement and you're not going into resistance and reaction. But when I got that information, that when somebody says something about me, it says more about them and what they have going on for themselves, within themselves. How much doubt do they have of themselves, And that got me to more allowance with people. And it's like, yeah, okay, cool. Okay, cool. That's another phrase that you can use when somebody confronts you. And most often, people don't often confront face to face. People will confront on social media because there's a space there, Okay, cool. That's another phrase that you can use to just like dissipate the energy. You're not ignoring, because ignoring is often resistance and reaction. Just like, okay, cool. Thank you so much for carrying that. So remember, key takeaway points from this Friday's coffee chat. What works for you? What works for you? And maybe it works for you to wear a mask in some places and not in others. And that's okay. Good morning, Michelle. And maybe it works for you to get vaccinated. And that's totally cool. And maybe it works for you to not get vaccinated. And that's totally cool too. You know, that's what I love. Like, consciousness includes everything and judges nothing. And in that space is so much freedom to choose, to live. You know, it takes so much energy to live in polarity, which is right and wrong and good and bad and what this means and what it doesn't mean. It takes so much energy. I used to be so tired all the time. Like, so tired. And over the years, as I have, you know, sorted my way through and finally given up my need to be right, I have so much more energy available to just create. Just create. What would you like your life to be like? That. And it's not relevant what other people choose. What's relevant is what you're going to choose. You have the power to choose for yourself. And that is where the strength and the power lies. Use that choice to create and change your life. And yes, it is extremely uncomfortable. I know I may be speaking about this quite like just do it, it's no big deal. But I know it is uncomfortable, very. But it's not going to kill you, is it? You know, that's where I had to go with myself sometimes. It's like I'm choosing something that is so uncomfortable, and then I'm like, okay, am I going to die here? Like, if I choose this, am I going to die? No. Okay, what do I have to lose? And so really, that. And so the more that people like you and I and us, the more that we choose to not go into the right and wrong, but allow people to have their choice. And when people confront you or they judge you, you're not that. Have the allowance for them, because they do believe they are creating greater in that way that they can. And what do you know? Anyway, I'm really excited. I'm starting the next Daily Dose. The Daily Dose is this 30-day program with me in a closed Facebook group where we run these Access Consciousness energetic clearing statements 30 times a day for 30 days. And then we have like little chit-chat conversations about that. And the next dose is going to start on Wednesday of this coming week. I don't have anything built for it yet, so I don't have a link where you can register for it and pay, but you will know when I do. Just keep an eye on this page. I'll have it out by Sunday, probably Sunday. And it's called Being an Arrogant Ass and Creating Greater. Because when you have this confidence, when you have this trust in yourself, when you step up and know what you know, people judge you as arrogant, maybe even an asshole. And then we, you know, cut off our knowing. We shrink ourselves and we make ourselves wrong again. But what if there is a space where you can claim and own what you know and be that creates greater? That actually inspires people. Yourself. That inspires yourself. Anyway, I'm excited for it. So, yeah. Michelle, yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining me live this morning. I am grateful for you. If you want a great cup of coffee that you can make for yourself at home, the Ninja Coffee Pot, I highly recommend. Cheers. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye for now.